still borders on cost of governance. I think that is why people are really bothered about saying, look, all these costs, when you consider it is a strain on the budget. There are some who say, Ronsaye report, for example, that has suggested that, look, let us reduce cost of governance to the barest minimum. Do you consider the National Assembly budget a strain, or National Assembly funding a strain on our national budget?
No, not at all. And there are many angles you can look at. Firstly, what is the budget of the legislative arm of government versus the executive arm of government, and then the judiciary? We have three arms of government, don't we? The executive, legislature, and judiciary. The legislative budget, it's about 1% to 1.5% of Nigeria's budget.
Really?
How that can be a burden, I don't understand. In fact, I highly recommend that the judiciary and the legislature should assess about 5% of the budget. Now, people will think on the street, and I think some people online try to mislead people, or maybe they don't even know themselves. They will say things like 400 people for this, but no, it's not 400 people. It's thousands and thousands of people that work in National Assembly. Our fathers, our mothers, brothers, sisters, cousins, nephews, nieces that work, their salaries, their leave allowance and all that make up this money. So I think at 1%, 1.23% of 1.3% of the budget, saying it's a burden, I don't agree at all. Should cost of governance go down? Why not? Okay, we'll talk about paucity of funds. Cost of governance should go down. But should cost of governance go down only in the legislative arm of government? Why? Why can't it go down across board? Then we know that you are not trying to scapegoat the National Assembly. What we are witnessing is scapegoating of National Assembly. Everything, you don't look at it across board, right? Let's all say no official cars for public officials. Fine. Let's all use Okada. All right? Let's all use made in Nigeria vehicles. Let us import vehicles.
Well, you cannot single out on how.
It doesn't. Why do we? And I think it's so sweet for the press and social media to do that today, right? Nobody cares about what the executive is doing. I'm not saying what they're doing is right, or maybe they should. If we do wrong, they should leave us. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying let us balance these things and don't let's scapegoat the National Assembly. If we want to have a democracy, let's not want to have a democracy. If you don't want, let's agree we don't want, because the National Assembly is the symbol of democracy.
Indeed.
Without the National Assembly, there's no democracy.
Because the military has judiciary.
In the military, there's the executive. They have the ministers. They have all that. There's the judiciary because the courts are there in the military rule. So the difference between the military rule, apart from the fact that they got there by coup and they wear khaki, the difference between a democracy and other forms is the presence of the judiciary. So we talk about the United States presence of the legislature. We talk about this U.S. democracy that's very strong. It's because their legislature, their Congress is very strong. So if we want our democracies to be strong, we must all back National Assembly to be strong, because that's the symbol of democracy. Without National Assembly, there's no democracy. So we need to decide what we really want. Orosai report, fantastic. There are so many agencies that I consider redundant. And yet they're getting votes, they're getting appropriation, they are getting official cars. No one is talking about these things. What makes the news is the National Assembly. Like I said, if National Assembly does something wrong, I'm not doing whataboutism here. That what about that, what about? No, if we're doing something wrong, fine, let's talk about it. But please let it cut across board, because if it doesn't cut across board, it's looking like a campaign against National Assembly. It's not looking like we're doing it out of interest for the country.
I like your clarification.